Did you know that for every year you don't save, you could be losing thousands of dollars for your future? Today, I'm revealing the secret that will change your financial life. If you want to enjoy financial freedom when you retire, don't miss this. When I was in my 20s, like many of you, I also thought that saving for retirement was a future me problem. I used to think, I'm still young, I have plenty of time. But here's the mistake. Every year that goes by without saving, you're losing the power of an incredible tool, compound interest. Do you know why this is so important? Because time is your best ally. Every day you invest early is a step closer to financial freedom, allowing you to enjoy a worry-free retirement. Can you imagine reaching that stage of your life and being able to do what you truly love without having to worry about whether you'll have money to pay the bills? That's what's at stake here. Now, I know we all have different financial realities, but what I'm going to share with you today is something you can apply no matter your situation, because it's not just about saving, but about saving smartly. So, join me as I guide you through a path that will give you long-term financial peace of mind. And believe me, the small decisions you make today will make a big difference in your future. One of the biggest myths about saving for retirement is that you can start later. Oh, I'll start when I'm 30, when I'm earning more. But this is where people go wrong. The key to a comfortable retirement is not how much you earn later, but how much time you give your money to grow. And this is made possible through compound interest. Imagine you start saving $100 a month at the age of 20. It might not seem like much, but over time, that money begins to multiply in ways you wouldn't believe. Over 40 years, that small effort could turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And all of this just by starting early. Let me show you an example. If you save $100 a month with an average interest rate of 7% annually, in 40 years you'd have over $240,000. And most of that amount doesn't come from the $100 you put in each month, but from the interest that was generated over the years. It's like your money is working for you. That's why the sooner you start, the better. Every year that goes by is a year in which your money doesn't grow as much as it could. But don't worry if you didn't start in your 20s. It's always a good time to take control of your finances. The important thing is to do it today, not tomorrow. The second step, once you've decided to start saving, is to set clear goals. This may seem obvious, but most people don't have a concrete idea of how much they'll need to retire. The reality is that if you don't know where you're headed, you'll never know how much money you'll need. Start by calculating your current expenses. How much do you spend on housing, transportation, food, and other basic needs? Now, project those expenses into the future. And don't forget something very important: inflation. The cost of living today won't be the same in 20 or 30 years. That's why it's crucial to make as realistic a projection as possible of how much you'll need. For example, if you're currently spending $1,000 a month on basic needs, with an average inflation rate of 3% per year, in 30 years, you'll need much more than that to maintain your lifestyle. So, it's not just about saving for the sake of saving. It's about saving with a goal in mind. If you know how much you'll need, you can break that amount down and determine how much you should be saving each month. And it's not just about putting the money into a savings account and forgetting about it. It's about making that money work for you in the best way possible. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but the first thing is knowing where you want to go. Do you have a clear idea of how much you'll need for retirement? If not, this is the perfect time to start figuring it out. This is one of my favorite topics because it's one of the biggest misconceptions in the world of personal finance. A lot of people talk about the 50-30-20 rule. According to this rule, 50% of your income should go to basic needs like housing and food, 30% to lifestyle expenses like entertainment or indulgences, and 20% to savings and investments. This approach is much more practical, especially if you live in a place where essential expenses take up most of your income. And the best part is that it allows you to keep saving without sacrificing your quality of life too much. Now, many of you might be thinking, but how can I save if I'm in debt? And that's a valid concern. Debts, especially high-interest ones, can be a real obstacle to saving. But there's a strategy to get out of them while also starting to save for your future. First, it's crucial that you pay off the debts with the highest interest rates. These are the ones that hurt your financial situation the most, since interest accumulates quickly and takes away resources you could be using to save. Once you've eliminated those debts, you can redirect those funds towards your retirement savings. It's a process of prioritization. While paying off your debts, you can also allocate a small portion of your income to savings, even if it's just a tiny amount. The important thing is to start building the habit, and little by little increase the amount as your debts decrease. When we talk about retirement planning, we're not just talking about money. Your physical health is just as important. Why? Because we all know that unexpected medical expenses can be devastating if you're not prepared. Investing in adequate health insurance and regular checkups can save you a lot of money in the future. And not only that, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, exercising regularly, and having a balanced diet can help you enjoy your retirement more and avoid many of those future medical expenses. Planning your retirement may seem overwhelming, but with the right steps, you can ensure a worry-free financial future. Remember that every little decision you make today can make a big difference in your life tomorrow. Start saving, pay off your debts strategically, take care of your health, and make sure your money is working for you in the long run. And if debts are holding you back, I have the perfect solution for you. Click here to watch my next video on how to get out of debt in just 6 months. I'll walk you through it step by step and show you how you can take control of your finances too.